best place to find my work.
Awesome. Mo, we can't thank you enough for spending almost an hour and a half with us tonight. It's been a lot of fun to dig into your journey, find out more about all the things that you've been able to do. Yeah, you can share whatever you'd like.
I want to share one. I want to make one point that's important because I know we have a lot of coaches on here, and this is something that stayed with me for a long time, and it applies more than just coaching. But when I originally emailed Coach Schickman going like, hey, I think I want to do this. Like, this is what I want to do. Like, I want to coach. You know, one of the most important things, he kind of responded back, and it was the best piece of advice I've ever gotten. And gosh, I hope I've said this to him before. I'm going to make sure he listens today, or listens to the pod, but so he'll hear it then, and he'll tell me later how I've never said that to him, and he's disappointed. But that's a whole different story. But the advice was, learn everything you can from the coaches you're working for, but you want to be you. And basically, I can't go out there. If I got an opportunity to be a head coach, I can't be Greg Popovich. I adore him. I think he's the best coach we've ever had in the league. I think he's a better man than he is a coach. I think, you know, all of these great things about him. But I would fail if I got an opportunity as a head coach and tried to be Greg Popovich. I can't do that. I can only be Mo Dakil. And I can only go through coaching as Mo Dakil. And I have to go through it with my style and my way. I could use the lessons I've learned from him and from Coach Del Negro, from Coach Dunleavy, from Coach Rivers, and you know, Coach Mack, Coach Douglas, Coach Bibby, like everybody I've ever worked with. I can use all those lessons, but at the end of the day, I got to incorporate that into me being me. And I think that's something we as coaches, especially young coaches, are trying to emulate people instead of just trying to be themselves. And I think that's hurt me early on, like we talked about in my coaching career, where I was trying to be a tough guy, and that's really not who I am. I think that's something that's important. I think is just being you, and take your lessons from your mentors and everything. But at the end of the day, you got to incorporate you into this, and it's got to be, if it's going to be authentic, it's going to come from you and not you trying to play the part.
Yeah, it has to be genuine. If it's not, players can smell a fraud miles and miles away. And I think you're going to end up being way more successful if you're coaching to your own personality. If you try to be somebody else, something that you're not, you're going to be found out pretty quickly, and it's not going to go well. So you're much better off.
One of my favorite people of all time, Judge Judy. If it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's a duck. It makes me think of it. There you go, right there.
That's it. How
often does Judge Judy get it mentioned on the podcast?